All right, sixth grade. I hope you guys had a pleasant spring break. We're going back into Treasure Island right away, and you're going to find yourselves in Chapter 7, I Go to Bristol, in which Jim Hawkins, as you might have guessed, gets to go to Bristol. But he's stuck waiting around after the events of the last chapter. It's taking them longer to get everything together than they had planned to go. So they plan to leave right away, but there's delays. The doctor needs to go find another doctor to hold down his offices while he's gone, and the squire's having trouble getting the ship together. But the squire sends Jim a letter, and we find out a couple things in this letter. And the letter's really the main focus of the chapter. First of all, it goes to Tom Redruth and Jim to read it. Tom Redruth can't because he has trouble reading anything that isn't print. He's having trouble reading the squire's cursive. But I also want to draw your attention that Tom Redruth is the first of many Toms introduced in this story. There's a lot of guys named Tom, which the Muppets make fun of in Muppet Treasure Island, as they have three characters named Old Tom, Real Old Tom, and Dead Tom. They make fun of the number of Toms that are in this movie, or book. Now, in the letter, the squire says he was having a hard time getting a crew together until people found out that they were sailing for treasure. And then all of a sudden, everyone wants to be the squire's friend. And everyone's trying to warn the squire that this guy he's buying the ship from, he's a cheater. He's selling him a ship that he owns at a ridiculous price, but the squire doesn't believe any of it. The squire is the kind of guy who believes the first thing he is told, and then he sticks with that forever. And he's putting together a crew, and he's having a hard time with it. He gets a bunch of guys already, but he then meets a cook. And this cook's like, hey, I can help you find a crew. And the cook puts together a crew, throws out some of the people he had already picked. And the cook's name is Long John Silver. He makes his living as an innkeeper. The squire views him as honest because he has a bank account and he's never overdrawn his account. He views that as a sign he's trustworthy. He keeps track of his finances. He doesn't overspend. Long John Silver makes his living as a cook and a innkeeper. So like Jim's mother and Jim, he makes his living as an innkeeper, running an inn called the Spyglass. Of course, the big thing that's revealed is that Long John Silver only has one leg, and it's said that he lost it while sailing under Admiral Hawke, which people who were natives of Britain at the time they'd know that name. They'd get that reference. They'd get that allusion, to give you a term they used back in Narnia. Finally, there's the PSs in there so that Jim gets to spend one day with his mother before he joins them in Bristol. The ship's ready to go. He also has the PPPS that he thinks Long John Silver's going to see because he thinks he wants to get away from his wife, which is kind of sexist of the part of the squire. And then Jim goes to Bristol, and he arrives there. And they're told that they're going to be sailing tomorrow. So their adventure at sea is soon to begin. And that's where I'm going to leave you guys here. But do you think this Long John Silver with one leg, do you think he's the one-legged man Billy Bones told Jim to look out for? Or do you think it's a different, mere coincidence? What do you think? Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one, sixth grade.